Toriko picked a chocolate from the tree. He ate it in one bite. Then he squeezed a glass of milk out of a piece of bread and drank it down in one go. He even swallowed the entire cup. After enjoying a hearty breakfast, Toriko was satisfied. Before going out, he even ate the door handle. But as soon as he reached the yard, he noticed his pet Terry refused to eat anything. Terry hadn't eaten for months. If it didn't eat soon, it might starve to death. Just then, a flying chicken appeared. Without hesitation, Toriko knocked it down with one punch. In the blink of an eye, the chicken turned into delicious roasted chicken. However, Terry still had no appetite. Toriko had to eat the entire chicken with bones, but Toriko was still very worried. He continued looking for something Terry might eat. Suddenly, he found a tree full of white apples. Each of these white apples was worth $10,000. He quickly picked some, but Terry still shook his head and refused. This made Toriko even more anxious. If this continued, Terry would starve to death. Just then, Toriko's good friend told him that Terry refused to eat because it came from the gourmet world. It had noble divine bloodline, so to get it to eat, Toriko could only obtain food from the gourmet world. But with Toriko's current strength, going to the gourmet world would be suicide. His friend told Toriko that corn from the gourmet world had borne fruit in the human world. This corn was as tall as a building. One corn kernel could feed an ordinary person for an entire year. Eating it would rapidly increase strength, but this corn also attracted many fierce beasts. It would be very dangerous for Toriko to go there. But after hearing this, Toriko didn't give up. For Terry, he was willing to risk his life to try. As soon as Toriko entered the forest, he was almost eaten by a pile of bird droppings. Fortunately, Toriko reacted in time and cut off the man-eating flower growing from the bird droppings. He thought the danger had passed, but the next second, Terry was suddenly grabbed by a large tree. Watching Terry suffocate, Toriko had no intention of taking action because he wanted to activate the king's blood within Terry. But ultimately, Toriko couldn't bear Terry suffering. He immediately released his fighting spirit. The bound monster tree was scared out of its wits and instantly broke free from its restraints. After breaking free, Terry immediately launched a fierce attack on the canopy but was repelled by a heavy blow from the monster tree. To meet Toriko's expectations, Terry finally sensed the king's blood flowing within and began running on the trunk. As the attack rhythm became faster and faster, the trunk was engulfed in raging flames. The sparks wiped away by Terry instantly ignited the entire tree. Just like that, Terry, with the king's blood activated, easily defeated the monster tree. But Toriko was still curious what power could turn trees into such massive monsters. After he climbed the trunk remains and burst through the canopy, he finally found the BB corn he had been desperately seeking.